The first 294 days, there were 214 sightings reported to us. Our whole focus initially was that he, being who he is with the symptoms he has, he could be hiding in the woods during the day, laying low, and coming out at night and scavenging for food.
This poem dedicated to Serena, the feminine. I am drawn to it, for she opens and closes her
He
earthbound
is brilliant.
mind to heavens. I am the artist poet.
Writes poetry.
I am the suffering magi.
He has a gift for language.
Through motherly love, they do carry weight pervasively.
Very talented. But everything about the world is a challenge. Graham is both schizophrenic and autistic. He was very young when he started being symptomatic. He was 7. About age 30, he just quit doing everything. I call it, he took to his deathbed because he was convinced every day that it was going to be his last. And I might say something like, well, Graham, it's been 2 or 3 months now and it hasn't happened. All the more reason it'll happen tonight. There was no dissuading him from that. So he really stopped doing everything, stopped being in the community, stopped interacting. We even had to bring toothbrushing things to him in bed in order to get him to do it. And then he would alternate that with taking off, walking to Hannaford, buying an entire 9x13 cake, eating it, and hiding it under his bed. It was very unpredictable. I am his full legal guardian, so I can actually interact with the system in lieu of him. My authority supersedes his own. There's no understanding, really, of the complexities of getting a person admitted to a state hospital. Took me 3 solid months of constant work. And then we get the call, and I'm just stunned.
Graham Lacher
was 38 when he was first reported missing.
I never thought he would run from there.
His mother, Tammy
Lacher Scully,
has explained how her son
has a life-threatening medical condition and needs medical care.
And they kept saying he was a voluntary patient at Dorothea Dix who walked away, as if he was somebody who checked himself in, changed his mind, strolled off, and, into the sunset to live happily ever after. I feel that's what it conveys. So we're thinking all the police in the state are looking for him. Not at all true. Today I'm working on phase 2 of the 1,000 postcards for Graham effort, where we are sending hard copies of the information about Graham's disappearance. We started out by sending over 750 to various organizations, police agencies, social service agencies, homeless shelters, soup kitchens, things like that. And today I'm working on the version that we're going to send to state legislators and state senators, just letting them know how inadequate Maine's system is for finding missing people. There clearly is no protocol in place for what to do when someone with serious mental illness goes missing, period, but also from a state hospital, where you would think there would be a protocol in place. The officer that was in charge of the initial search didn't know that a silver alert could be issued for Graham. It's hit or miss, it's roulette. I don't like that it's a gamble. I really do feel it should be. Maine can do better. Our card is saying, why hasn't Graham been found? Is it because main system is broken? We point out that after a year, there is no official ongoing search for him, and there's no consistent protocol for following up on possible leads. This has hampered our search from the very beginning, we feel, and we're disturbed that we weren't even guaranteed that police were alerted initially that Graham was a subject of a silver alert, a vulnerable at-risk adult who was missing. We have a go bag ready to go. If we got a credible sighting right now in Portsmouth, we'd be throwing a couple things in that bag and going down there and booking a hotel and calling up on it. And done that for 15 months now. I grieve his absence, but we are committed to the possibility that he's out there and needs us to find him. It's really hard, especially in the wee hours, not to worry about what he might be experiencing, how much he might be suffering, whether or not he's warm or dry or any of those things. But, I know there's no value in worry. Any energy that would go to that is better used toward looking for him or doing something that might help us find him. The idea that we will stop, it makes no sense to us. We will continue to do what we do until we find him.
For Salt Radio, I'm Jacqui Fulton.